The shepherds in action. There were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. Luke 2:8. And to this day, you can pretty much say that sort of thing everywhere. The story of the shepherds is always charming. The account of fields and the flocks, the angels and their message, the Lord and his glory, and the babe and his lovely mother thrill the hearts of old and young alike. We call special attention at this time to the faithful shepherds as they appear in the second chapter of Luke. Section 1. They performed their humble task. Why did the angel announce the birth of Christ to humble men in the field? Why did he not go to the priest in the temple, the teacher in the school, the judge on the bench, the banker at his business, or the king in the palace? It was the plan of providence to make the event known first to faithful shepherds. The shepherds were humble men engaged in a lowly task, but they were faithful in their service. They performed their task perfectly. They were alert, keeping close watch over the flock all through the night. Such men were counted worthy to be the first to hear the message of the birth of the Christ child. The Lord honors faithfulness, and people want equity, and it's like, well, what choices are you going to make with your actions and your belief? How is it fair that people who choose better would be treated the same? Ultimately, Section 2, they heard the heavenly message. The shepherds were thrilled in the nighttime to see the heavenly visitor to the midst of the glory of the Lord. And yeah, if you ever have a directly spiritual experience rather than just in a spiritual context, at first they were frightened, but when the angel stood by their side and began to speak, they were calmed and charmed. And what a mighty message! The angel said to them, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Verses 10 to 11. The message was clear, revealing the event, the time of the place, the conditions, the person, the purpose of his coming into the world, whom it would affect, and how it would cause them to rejoice. When the shepherds heard the message, they believed it and accepted it. Section 3, they found the lowly Jesus. The shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. Verse 15. The shepherds could not be at ease until they had seen the child. They knew the child had been born. They accepted the statements of the angel. They were always aware that it was all the work of the Lord. Their hearts longed to see the child. In haste, they went to Bethlehem and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in a manger. Their eyes looked upon the Savior, Christ Lord, which the angel had told them about. Their hearts were assured, hope was established, joy was supreme. Section 4. They proclaimed the good tidings. And when they had seen the child, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning the child. Verse 17. How could it be otherwise? Who could know such good news for all people and not tell it. Now, how would they know it's for all people? But, we see this sort of stuff, particularly in India, that there's patterns in the stars, and people say, oh, they know someone's coming. But then again, there's so much of that stuff that, you just gotta, the astrologers just twist it a particular way. They had heard the message of the Christ child, believed it, accepted it, verified it, and now they were ready to tell it. Because it's at least once a year there's something that, they can say, oh, well, this royal child's been born. They cannot keep the message to themselves. It has ever been like that. When any soul finds Christ and rejoices in him, he desires to tell others about him. This is the essence of the Christian spirit. It is the spirit of evangelism. The desire can be fanned into a flame and become a consuming passion, or it can be left alone and will wane and soon die. Yeah, if you have an experience, make use of it. Section 5, they praised the mighty God. The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, as it was told unto them. Verse 20. Their hearts were filled with gratitude to God. They praised him for his glory, his message, his revelation, and his promised blessings on all people. What heart could remain silent with such knowledge? What voice could fail to speak praises to him? We should study the lives of the faithful shepherds and emulate their example.